Good evening, my name is Jonas Birmé and I'm the CTO of Ivin Open Source Cloud. And this evening you are going to follow me along doing some agentic coding together with OSC. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to build a video uploader to store the video in a bucket in the cloud. And we're going to release that as open source, so we can then submit it into the open source cloud as a service. So let's start by setting things up. So let's create a folder called video uploader. So create it there, and then we will connect. We will be using Claude and Claude code, and we will connect that with open source cloud, so it can make use of all the tools that are already available there. And the purpose with this video is to create another open source project that we can add to this platform. So now we have created this folder. We need to connect it. So we're going here and we go to settings here in the agent connector, and then let's copy this line. Right, so now that is added, we can open Claude. Yes, we trust files in this folder, and then we can log in, allow access. You can close the window. Now we are connected. So now let's start doing some prompting here. So what is it we want to do? We want to create an application, a web application, where I can use to upload video to a cloud storage. And we are going to use a cloud storage that's available in open source cloud that is based on the Minio project. So let's prompt that. I want a web application for uploading video files to a storage bucket. Storage bucket created and available in open source cloud. Should be super simple user interface, and drag and drop should be possible. Let's start with that. And now it's processing here. Consuming a few tokens. So we have a clear workspace now. Okay, so now it wants to use a tool in OSC to list objects on a yes, we want to proceed. Yeah, please create it. So now it's creating a storage bucket called video uploads. Now we can go into see what it's doing. Okay, so it's called MCP storage. And now it's exploring existing code-based structure. And while that is tinkering, I can explain a little bit. So with Okay, now let's see. Do you want to create index.html? Yes. Implementing JavaScript for file handling and upload. Do you want to create script.js? Yes. Adding CSS styling for clean interface. Now we can see it's created this storage or Minios instance where it has this bucket on. Yes, I want to create that file. Yes, open. Okay, drag and drop video files here or click browse. And let me also create a simple backend server to handle actual uploads. I'll create a Node.js server. Do you want to create that? Yes. The funny thing with this is that basically I could be doing something else while this is working on in the background. So I could reading a book or watching a series on Netflix or thinking about something else. So it's basically working in parallel with something else I can do. Sure. I'm going to review this a little bit later, but for now just let him have a go. Readme file, yes, please. The application is ready to use and will upload your video files to the OSC storage bucket. Install dependencies, set the OSC credentials as environment variables, run npm start. Okay, so it uses an older version of the AWS SDK. Maybe that's something we're going to adjust later. So we go to, what does it say, localhost 3000. Okay, let's try uploading a movie then. It's a short one. Upload. Upload failed. It said upload failed. Maybe there is some configuration missing. Server is running but it's missing the OSC credentials. You need to set your OSC access key. Yes, let me help you set this up properly. Okay. Okay, so it's trying to figure out credentials for the test to work. Yeah. Yeah, restart that. See if that will work better. Complete. Okay, that's cool. But maybe I want to also see what files is on that bucket. Can you also make it possible to list files on the bucket so I see whether it has been uploaded or not? So let's modify it a bit. Yes, let's make that edit. One thing I'm also going to do is now it's just so it has sort of defaulted back to the credentials we have in bucket here, and I don't want that in the repository, of course. So I'm going to ask him to remove that and instead provide that as runtime variables when you start. So now it's updating the front end to display existing files. I'm gonna do that in the end. I think that part just make it work now. And the funny thing here is, you see, I haven't opened an editor yet. I actually have no full view of the code that has been generated. And I think that's the thing here as well. Now I'm gonna publish this project as open source and submit it to Open Source Cloud so it can become a service. The code is open, so it's fully transparent what this is doing, and probably a good idea since it's not fully man-made. I think I would want that transparency if I'm going to run something that is made by AI. At least I have the possibility to see what it is. Okay, so let me restart and see if this has made a difference. There was the file. Okay, let us upload another file. Take this one, for example. Upload. Oh, nice. Okay. So now what we're going to do now is that we're going to do some small modifications. First of all, since the storage bucket here, the mini store, is actually compatible with S3 let's gonna change some naming of the environment variables. But first, let me have him display what environment variables we have here. Show me the environment variables that I used. Those are the ones. I suggest changing the names to be more general, as we could use this application also for other S3 compatible bucket and servers. Basically remove the OSC part and replace with S3, for example. Since now it was very easy to spin it up here in the OSC, but of course we could use an S3 bucket as well. Yes. Remove the default credentials from the code and provide them as environment variables in this project only. Something like that. So we don't want to commit any credentials in the repository, of course. Another thing we want to make sure is that it can handle large files. Because now I've tested with small files, but what if you have large files? But let him finish this first. It's good that it's updating the git ignore file. Yes, that's good, probably. Yeah, it's probably a good idea as well. Change the port. Let's start the server. Still works. So yeah, do I have a large file somewhere? Don't think I have that many large files. But let's check again. Make sure very large files can be uploaded. Files larger than 5 gigabytes, for example. So what I want it to do is to ensure that I can also upload. Since this is a video uploader, I want to be able to large files. Next, add multipart upload. It says to support for very large files. And maybe we should have a progress bar as well. So it can, so you don't close the window while it's uploading, things like that. It's also updating the README file. That's great. Start server. Great. That's good. That is great. Now add sort of, what can I say? What should we say? Progress. Add a progress bar. What should we call it? I mean, basically, if you want to, maybe what we want to do. Another idea. Let's make it handle multiple files at the same time. Now make it handle uploading multiple files at the simultaneously. Simultaneously. To do some modification in the backend to support this. It's a little bit of waiting here, but I have to say it's faster than if I would do it. These things. I could be doom scrolling while I'm waiting. If I would be doing this live, maybe that's something I should do sometimes. I could chat with you watching. But that's an idea, perhaps do some live vibe coding together with Claude and Open Source Cloud. But when we have done this, perhaps we are happy. A jitterbug. Should we also add possibility to remove files, or maybe not? This should be a pure uploader, I think. So let's try to upload intelligent patching. Okay, that sounds nice. Let's see if I have some movies. Those were quite big, so maybe that's okay. Yeah, I'll upload this too. Upload 2 files. Uploading 2 files concurrently. Large files will use multi-part upload automatically. That's amazing. See if it works as well. One half gigabyte and around 1 gigabyte file. But something does not seems right. Not fully functioning. Let's give it another try just to check. Let's try with some 2 smaller files just to verify basic functionality. No, not really working. And let me check if one works first as well. Or is the server not running? Background task. It is working, but it was the progress was not correct, I think. So it did that in the background, but the progress update did not work. Okay. Let's give them that feedback. The progress bar did not work. Why didn't you do right from the beginning? It's always the feeling you sometimes get here. Fixing progress bar for multiple file uploads. Updated styles. Okay, let's restart that. Progress bar now work correctly for both single and multiple file uploads. Okay, let's try that again then. We could try first with some smaller ones just to be clear. So that was very quick. I wonder if that progress reporting is really correct. Now I perhaps want to the view button. Does that do anything? Now let's remove the view button and add a delete button. Add a yeah, let's do that. Maybe we should have a config whether you can allow it or not. So we can clear up some space on this bucket now. I think we might want to have an environment variable to say whether delete is allowed or not. So you can have that option when you create this instance. I'm using a few tokens now. Updating front end. Yes, allow that. This is really slow 2E, I think, isn't it? But still very quick for development. All right, it's completed it. Oh, that was really ugly buttons. And it didn't work. The buttons were very ugly and delete did not work. were a number of servers running in the background. It tested it themselves. Okay, that's good. Okay, look, it should work now. I look better. I'm still not convinced about this delete button, but okay. Okay, that's good. Make environment. Okay, now make it configurable whether delete is allowed or not. Through an environment variable. So now next thing is to add a Docker file so we can create a Docker image and run this as a container. And once that is done, I'm going to add an open source license. Cool, that's good. What did I say? We want to build a Docker file from this. Create a Docker image. Or create make it possible to run this application as a Docker container. See if it figures out itself what to do now. We should also try to build it, I think. Yeah, we can create it. It's good. Great. Verify that the image can be built. Just to make sure. Yeah, let's see if it starts. Yeah, it works. Yes, you can stop it. So, last thing, add an MIT license to this. Great. Add MIT license. I want to open source this under the MIT license. Change the copyright holder to Jonas Birmé. Yes. I don't feel that much of an author, to be honest, but yeah, that's another thing. We should give credits to Claude as well. Great. Initiate a Git repository. So we create initial commit and it has, that's perfect. Great. That's it, I think. Let's add that to GitHub then. Let's go to my profile. And the repository. Where do I do that? Oh, there. New repository. Let's call it video uploader. It's available. It's simply public. You can create it. And then we're all set. Let's see if we look at this code. It's fairly simple. It's a server here using Express, JavaScript, nothing. And then that UI, basic standard HTML. And the Docker file running this server. And I guess the server serves the index.html file as well here, I guess. Where is that served? Now they're static. All right, good. Now we can submit this repository to Open Source Cloud to make it available for others to use just with a few clicks of a button. I'll go to my service inbox, submit it there. We can add environment variable, S3 access key. Required, and now we add S3 secret key, and S3 endpoint, and now I remember one thing, we are not providing the S3 region. That option we should perhaps add. I think we can just add it here. It's that AWS region. It's not required. Okay, add. So now it's in review and waiting, and I'm gonna, we need to wait for it to be included. But that you don't have to wait for. So we'll get back to you a little bit later when that has been accepted. All right, I'm back. So we got it approved. Our open source project is now available as a service in Open Source Cloud. I'm going to show you that. So now let's go to Open Source Cloud, go back there, and S3 video uploader, there it is. And then we can create service here. Let's call it demo, and then we choose that storage. All right, let's check what credential it has created. Root and this secret key. So now we're creating this application. So others can use what I've done. All right, there it is. Hello world. Okay. I thought I should see something. All right, there. That's really nice. Let's try it out. We need to check that it works, of course. Upload. And the progress bar is, yeah, it's like we have all progress bars. There it is. It's really easy. And so, to summarize, what did we do? Well, with the help of agentic coding, we created an application for uploading video files, meaning large files, to an S3 storage. And it supports many things, such as drag and drop, click to browse, and upload progress tracking. You can remove files, responsive design, real-time file upload to S3 compatible storage, concurrent multi-file uploads, and individual file progress tracking. And we open sourced the code under the MIT license. We took this repository and we submitted it to Open Source Cloud, and now it's available here as a service for others to use. And all of this under an hour. And with that, as they always say, if you want more of this and you like this, please subscribe to our channel and add also notification if you want to get a ping when we upload a new video. But you know all this. Until next time, see you then. Bye bye.
Welcome to Ivan Open Source Cloud, your gateway to a world of open web services. Imagine a cloud service where every component is built on open source software. With Ivan Open Source Cloud, you can explore and evaluate top-notch web services without the need to manage your own hosting environment. Our platform offers you the freedom to choose. Use the services in the cloud today, and if you ever decide to bring them in-house, you're free to do so. There's no vendor lock-in, just pure open innovation at your fingertips. From storage and databases to media services, development tools, testing frameworks, and even a Minecraft server, our catalog is as diverse as it is dynamic. New open web services are continuously added every week, keeping you at the forefront of technology. Join us on this journey and experience the power of open source like never before with Ivan Open Source Cloud.